Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host, Nick P. Butler, the author of A Saga on Home Video, a fan's guide to U.S. Star Wars home video releases, available now on Amazon. And this time we're taking a look at the last of our 4 pieces in checking out the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy. Now, maybe this should have been a trilogy. It would sort of make sense. But you know, when I was a kid, say 1993 and onwards, when I was in like middle school going on upwards there, when I used to watch the Star Wars films, once I finally had the special letterbox collector's edition at home, I used to watch A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga, almost like it was a 4-film series instead of 3. So to me, sometimes 4 does make more sense than 3, especially when we have something extra to talk about. And in this case, we've already looked at Family Guy Blue Harvest, we've already looked at something Dark Side, we've already looked at It's a Trap. What we haven't looked at is collections of those specials. I say collections, not just trilogy sets, because there's one that's not a trilogy, but a weird mirror to the way they handle the prequels for official Star Wars releases. Again, the rule here when it comes to parodies being viable for future editions of a saga on home video, sometime after Episode 9 comes out or something, and for being viable on regular episodes of this show is, were the parodies given the nod by Lucasfilm or Lucas during production or before production, as opposed to just being liked after the fact, as in the case of something like Truths. In this case, the Family Guy trilogy of episodes, the Family Guy spoofs, did get that nod from Lucasfilm, so here we are. Now, we've already looked at the individual specials. We've seen them on DVD, Blu-ray, even the first one on UMD. We've seen special editions with all kinds of cool goodies, a lunchbox of all things entering the picture, thanks to Best Buy. Now we want to look at the collected editions. In 2009, right around the time that Family Guy Blue Harvest, the first one, got its 2-disc release, where one disc was a digital copy, which was the first time you saw a digital copy packaged with that film outside of the special edition release with the 3D glasses and everything, and at the same time that we saw the UMD release of Family Guy Blue Harvest, we actually saw a boxed set release of Family Guy Blue Harvest and something Dark Side. So the parodies for Family Guy of A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. The hell? The first 2 episodes of a trilogy? What idiot would decide to put out a box set of the first 2 episodes of a trilogy instead of waiting for the entire trilogy? Apparently 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, because they're the ones behind that Family Guy release, and they're the ones that gave us, back in 2002, remember? The Star Wars Saga video pack that only included the full-screen VHS copies of Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and its DVD counterpart, which in the US was only in full screen, of the DVD releases, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones without Revenge of the Sith, called the Saga DVD pack. Yeah, that was 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment too. And now for Family Guy in 2009, they gave us this. This is the Family Guy 2-pack, not Tupac, though he is referenced in one of the Family Guy specials, when R2-D2 is being shot, you know, what do I look like? Tupac, and so forth. But here we go. We have a cool image here that's essentially a blending of the artwork for the A New Hope special and the Empire Strikes Back special, so Blue Harvest and something Dark Side here, which are the 2 that are included. Inside, it's just the regular home video releases of those 2 on DVD, the ones that were the prior releases, not the Blue Harvest one that has the digital copy, so in both cases, no digital copy here. And then your slipcover, which is really the only new thing. On the side, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, the logo for one, Family Guy 2-pack logo in the middle, logo for the other, and then DVD on the back. Pretty much nothing but text, but information about the first special, second special, with special features listed for both separately, and then down at the bottom, all of your product information about run times and aspect ratio, and so forth here. But if, in 2009, you wanted to pick up something Dark Side, but you hadn't seen Blue Harvest yet, instead of picking up the special edition or regular one from before, you could just say, hey, I'll just pick up the 2-pack. But you knew at the time that the chances were they were going to make one for Return of the Jedi, so buying this meant basically doing the same thing as buying the Saga DVD pack or Saga video pack in 2002 for Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. This was going to become obsolete very soon. And so it did. On December 21st, 2010, when It's a Trap, the Return of the Jedi parody was released for the first time on DVD and Blu-ray, there was also now a collected edition of all three of the films, or all three of the TV specials for Family Guy Star Wars in boxed set form. Now, it's going to look a little familiar, because you may remember that 2004 DVD set for the original trilogy, and how you got your cool, shiny characters, your cool, shiny Vader, Death Star on the one side, numbers on the other, but if you open it up, you've got your Millennium Falcon being chased by TIE fighters, and the other side, X-Wing and TIE Fighter, but you got the quote there, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, right? The tagline for the Star Wars films, the Once Upon a Time version for the Star Wars films. Well, just like they sort of combined the spine, I guess this spine of this version with the 2005 version to create the special edition design for the original DVD release of Blue Harvest, they mocked this design a little bit more fully this time to create the design for the home video release of Laugh It Up, Fuzzball, the Family Guy Star Wars Trilogy. Just says the Family Guy Trilogy on it, but we know it's the Family Guy Star Wars Trilogy because that's why they're being put together at all. So we start with the DVD release. Gold, as was the full-screen DVD version of the original trilogy that it's mocking. Similar design, characters on one side, Laugh It Up, Fuzzball, the Family Guy Trilogy. Other side, label up at the top, Darth Stewie. Then we have our spine over here, Laugh It Up, Fuzzball, Family Guy Trilogy. Underneath, the logos for the three different specials and DVD, along with up at the top, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. Now the other side is the part you pull out, which has, again, Laugh It Up, Fuzzball, the Family Guy Trilogy, Death Star, TIE Fighter, DVD logo, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment logo, but when you actually buy this in the store, instead, this is over the top of it. Now this says, 3-disc set includes all three Family Guy's features on DVD and much more. Family Guy presents Blue Harvest, special features, audio commentary, a conversation with Star Wars creator George Lucas, once in a lifetime the making of Blue Harvest, Family Guy Star Wars clip show, and much more. Family Guy something 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 Dark Side, special features, audio commentary, Family Guy fact-ups, the dark side of poster art. There's actually more, but that's all that it says. Then we have Family Guy, It's a Trap, special features, audio commentary, a very special message from Darth Stewie, Star Wars Trivial Pursuit, The Ultimate Championship, Drawing with Peter Shin, Sock Puppet Outtakes, Family Guy, It's a Trap Animatic, and Making the Scene. Then your tech information out at the bottom and DVD symbol. The top of your package there does have the logo. The bottom just has a little bit of legalese and your barcode. We slip off the slipcover, and there's a recreation of the TIE Fighters chasing the Falcon. On the other side, though, instead of the X-Wing and a TIE Fighter and a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away and all that, we have one of the most remembered lines from this trilogy, which is, look, we got 4 or 5 of the main characters on this ship. I think we'll be fine. Which is kind of true, and the Family Guy way of kind of a, never quote me the odds or never tell me the odds kind of thing. Inside, though, nothing special, right? It's just the DVD releases we've looked at before from the initial releases of all three. And yes, that does mean that Family Guy, It's a Trap is the only one that includes a digital copy with it, because what we've got here for Blue Harvest is the regular copy that was just released normally, not the one from the special edition. So no, this does not have the 3D version of the ending and come with any 3D glasses or anything. That's just a special edition from when it was first released, and it does not have a digital copy. No digital copy for something, something, something Dark Side. It's a Trap does, because it is that whole DVD plus digital copy thing we looked at in our last episode. So a DVD collection that's basically just a nice new slipcover to go around those initial releases. But this is 2010. Blu-ray is the big thing. But don't tell that to Star Wars, because it's going to take them another friggin' year to get the Star Wars films out on Blu-ray, except for the Clone Wars that came out on Blu-ray in 2008. Good luck getting the live-action films that this series is parodying on Blu-ray. But in 2010, we actually got a Blu-ray release of the set as well. Now, you notice it's smaller. It is Blu-ray, not DVD. Okay, silver, sort of a bluish silver. That's more like what we saw with the widescreen 2004 DVD set of the original trilogy, but essentially the same design, just done in the different color scheme here. Blu-ray logos replacing DVD logos. Okay. Now again, this side, when you were buying it, had a little thing stuck to it, little card-looking thing here. This one has much less information because there's not as much space because it's shorter with this being Blu-ray. It says 6-disc set, not 3. Includes all 3 Family Guy features in high definition. Then you got the logos for the 3 specials, but no special features listed. Then it says, kind of combined together, includes all bonus material from each feature, such as audio commentary for each feature, a very special message from Darth Stewie, Star Wars Trivial Pursuit, the Ultimate Championship, of all things, that's what they want to show on here. It says digital copy for each feature, and BD Live, live extras for each feature. We looked at that in the past 3 episodes. Then your technical information and Blu-ray logo down at the bottom. Inside here, as one would expect, here's that slip cover again. Already looked at that side. Same setup. I don't think we looked at the top before, but it is just the logo. You pull them out, and we just have our regular Blu-ray releases of each. But what's interesting here is that this was actually the first place you could get Blue Harvest on Blu-ray. It wasn't until 2012 you could buy this separately on Blu-ray. Otherwise, it was just in this boxed set. And of course, we have the Blu-ray releases of Something, Something, Something Dark Side and It's a Trap. They were already released day and date with their DVD release on Blu-ray. And then each one has its digital copy with the same little slip as what we saw when we looked at those individual releases. I must say, the only other weird thing that's different between these, that are essentially the initial releases, just packaged up in a slipcase, and this slipcased version, is the label on the Blu-ray for It's a Trap. There's the original retail release when it was by itself, on the exact same day that this set came out. But then here's the Blu-ray that's actually in the set. Family Guy, It's a Trap, Starfield background, Blu-ray down at the bottom, and your symbols and legalese up there. No artwork, just a Starfield. But it's funny because the Family Guy trilogy got to Blu-ray before the original trilogy or prequel trilogy did for actual Star Wars releases. And when released on Blu-ray, there was also an equivalent DVD. We saw that with the Clone Wars film, but we didn't see that with the 2011 or 2013 because it was a combo pack thing, or 2015 reissues or original issues of Star Wars Blu-rays. There wasn't a DVD equivalent. In fact, the fact there's not a DVD equivalent of the Complete Saga reissue from 2015 is why there's that frequent bootleg I debunked on the show floating around out there. It actually wasn't until The Force Awakens that we saw a day-and-date DVD and Blu-ray release of a live-action Star Wars film, and yet, here's Family Guy already saying, hey, you want high definition or standard definition? We got you covered either way. But they weren't doing full screen versus widescreen. Instead, we had the full screen and widescreen colors, the gold of full screen, the silver of widescreen, or platinum of widescreen, used to denote Blu-ray or DVD. So these days, if you want to see the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy, those are the way to do it. If you're looking for one of the tougher to find ones out there, I'd look for that 2-pack because it wasn't nearly as often picked up as the individual releases, which of course, as always, means less of them on the secondary market now. With that, we'll wrap up this episode and our coverage of the Family Guy Star Wars specials. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.